Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy United Thundertron. Now, this guy's inclusion in Legacy is sort of confusing for me because, well, aside from a previous toy in Prime, this guy's only actual appearance in fiction is in a singular book. So, yeah. Now, granted, it was one of the aligned continuity books, like Exodus, Exiles, so, but still. So they picked one of the random Prime characters to be in Legacy for some reason. Why, I have no idea, but still, it sort of proves that Legacy has no bounds on who can return, so it's definitely still amazing that he's returned. But well, moving on to the box. Of course, we got the standard Legacy packaging, just now in the United blue and orange. So here we've got Thundertron in Beast Mode. Got his name, Prime Universe Thundertron. And we've got a new insignia for Legacy, the Star Seekers. This side, we've got him in robot mode. Goes above his face. Got this side of the United mural with Thundertron right there. Back, we got him in both modes. And that's pretty much it for the box. So, yeah. And moving on to the figure. Well, this is my first time with Thundertron. I never had the original, so yeah, this is going to be my first experience with him. And well, first impressions, I quite like how this looks. Some sort of robotic lion. So, I don't know if the name's a reference to Thundercats or not. But this is how his original toy back in Prime looked, although I think the colors were a bit brighter. But yeah, I don't have the original toy to compare this with, so I'm just reviewing this on its own merits. Looking at the details. Oh, starting off with the head. The mane looks really nice with these little, I guess, lightning bolt details. The mouth is permanently stuck open because if I close it, it's on tabs this section from the hands. So yeah, he's, I guess, permanently stuck roaring. But still, this head sculpt looks really nice. Got the front paws, which do move. So I got that. Moving on, we've got the Star Seeker insignia, which I think is the first for Legacy. And we actually are getting a Star Seeker, I guess, capsule line for United, which I'm really excited to see what that's going to look like. We're getting Filch from RID 2015, so... But yeah, so that's the Star Seeker insignia right there. There's a port there for the accessory, which we'll look at later. We can see that he seems to be a bit battle-torn because he's got some chunks taken out of it. Because yes, this guy's a pirate. And not the bad kind who steals games. The good kind where he's all yo-ho-ho. Got the tail right here, which can move up and down if you want. Just got the legs, which... Well, these back bits are hollow, but... But these side bits which do move, but that's more for the robot mode. Looking at the tummy, well, it's unfortunately quite hollow. But we can see that These are the arms. They don't form the front legs like most Beast forms do. And I think it looks like that on the original as well, so... And well, for the accessory, he comes with a sword. And we got a port deck, because that just tabs in right here. If I can actually get it. I'm trying to line it up from far away, so of course I'm struggling. There we go. So the sword plugs in right there. And you can also use that for storage in robot mode if you want. So yeah. And well, that's pretty much it for the beast mode. I quite like how this looks. For someone who pretty much never had the original Thundertron figure back in the day, I really like how this looks. I think I might kind of prefer the darker shade of blue that this guy has compared to the lighter shade that the original had as well. I don't know, maybe this is just biased because, you know, this is the first Thundertron that I've owned. But yeah, I really like how this looks. Now, if I had the original, I'll do a comparison right now, but seeing how I don't, let's just move on to the transformation. So just remove the sword. So let's just start off. So I'm just going to start off by moving up these bits. They'll come into play later. Start by standing up the figure. So just stand up the legs. Apparently the instructions tell you to actually rotate these around. I mean, okay. So rotate it like so, then rotate the knee around. Like so. And tap the front legs with the robot arms. Now we just want to fold this around. And then just close that up. So fold around the claw. Fold up the beast leg. And then that hides into what's going to be the shoulder pad. Untap this, move it forward so you can close the mouth. And that's pretty much the only way to close the mouth. But get the arms, move them down. Spread the arms out. Rotate the shoulder around and then just move that down. Rotate the forearm around. Untap this back section. This seems to be plugged in quite well, but just get that unplugged from the head and just move that down. Move the beast head down. Then we just get that into place. There we go. And then these are just going to be like big shoulder pads, sort of akin to Cliff Jumper from Energon. And well, here we have Thundertron in robot mode. And yeah, that transformation is, well, from what I've seen from the original figure, it's this one transforms sort of differently. Like with the original, the front legs are actually just on the shoulder, instead of hiding into the shoulder. So yeah, that's a bit different. Got some faux claws on the arms here, but the legs pretty much transform sort of similarly. So yeah, and the resulting robot mode looks pretty similar to the original, just minus the claws on the shoulder, which I sort of missed. But like Tigerhawk does something like that as well, so they're just having a 360. So we can see he's got these coattails now. And well, looking at the head, we can see that he's well bearded. Sort of giving me Alpha Trion vibes. So yeah, and I think this, like, the original figure was actually redecorated into Alpha Triza, if I remember. Which I'm pretty sure is meant to be a very elderly Cheetor, if I remember. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get an Alpha Triza redeco of this guy, maybe in like Selects or something. Like, I don't know what Selects is doing at the moment, so. But well, like, we can just take his sword and plug it into here, like so, and you can just like slash at Decepticons or whatever, because I'm pretty sure he's meant to be allied with the Autobots, or he is in Legacy at least. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Like, the Star Seekers are their own faction, I'm pretty sure. And then, like, that's a pretty normal display option, but what you can do, you can actually just take the entire foot off and just leave him with a peg leg, and he can still stand like that. One thing I forgot to do is actually fold these around, so he's got an actual foot. We can just take the entire foot off, and that can just peg onto here. So you can do this, and just leave him, and just leave Thundertron over peg leg, and he still stands like that. And the original figure did this as well. So yeah, I guess if they still did the Evo Fusion, this would be the Evo Fusion gimmick for this guy, maybe. I don't know. I just think that this is really cool. So yeah, like, just the fact that you can have him standing with this little peg leg is amazing. Posing might be a bit more awkward, but still, it's not like you're gonna get him into like any gun poses. He's a pirate. He's just gonna like swing his sword around. And from the looks of it looks like that can't take a blast effect, so. So if you want, you can just kick forward and shoot someone if he's really needing to. So I guess this isn't a peg leg, it's a gun leg. Unfortunately, no tape leg. And in fact, we might as well just do this for the laser feet section. Because of course, still have the in fact, yeah, like, there's no port in this foot, so yeah, it's just a peg leg here. So seems to be that they're starting to phase out the ports in the feet. Oh. But well, this is also a display option if you want, or if we just take this off. we can still put the sword back here. So it's like sheathed, I guess. There we go. And then if we just flip this around, we can give him his foot back. There we go. And now we can just move on to the articulation. So his head's on a ball joint, so he's got a wide range of movement there. So he can look around, he can look up and down. The shoulder pads can move a little bit, or you can go up if you want some, I guess, extended claws. If you want to try and replicate the original. It's got the shoulders here. It's got elbows, bicep rotation. The wrist can rotate, although these claws do get in the way. It does have a waist rotation, but these bits do get in the way, so he does have some side skirts. Of course, this guy can T-pose, I forgot to mention. But it's got some side skirts, so you have to get those out of the way if you want him to do the splits. You can kick forward that far, back, not really that far. Swivel, yeah, sort of. Got a knee. Sort of like a double knee, actually, thanks to this joint. Well, this foot can swivel, and this foot can do the pivot, because of course, like this one's got the gimmick. So and that's pretty much it for the posability. So if we just take off his foot again, because that's how I'm going to be displaying him. And if we just give him his sword again after I plug this back on. There we go. And while that... Oh, see what I mean? How this could probably create some stability issues. I mean, he can definitely still stand, although seeing how this is just a simple peg leg, it's probably... Well, if you go on balance correctly, then yeah, he's not going to fall over non-stop. Because that is quite the... it's still quite a big base here. See? It's got quite a big heel, so... Unless you go on, like, balance weirdly in a pose, he's not going to fall over, I don't think. So, like, even with the peg leg, I don't think he's going to fall over that much. Unless you go on pose weirdly. But, well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. So, complaints. I see my biggest one would have to be the transformation itself. So, getting him into robot mode is the easy bit, but getting him back into lion mode is actually kind of fiddly. Mainly the arms. Trying to get them, like, together, and then trying to get this bomb bit tabbed into the hands is kind of fiddly. Not to mention, we've got these bits here on the beast legs, which have to tab into the sides of the arms. And that can also be fiddly if you don't know what you're doing. Like, mainly just the entire top section is kind of fiddly to transform back into beast mode. I'd say that's my biggest complaint. But getting him to robot mode is definitely the easy part of the transformation. Does it replicate the original transformation? I'd say sort of. But it does its own thing. Sort of like in fact, in that regard, it's sort of like the other Prime Universe figures. Because, like, they're not one-to-one with the original Prime design. They do their own thing. For better or for worse. But still, this guy just follows that, and I kind of like it for it. So, yeah. And in fact, I can't really think of any other complaints, because I quite like this figure. I mean, It replicates the original quite well, especially down to the peg leg gimmick. And I think aside from the weird transformation back to lion mode and some weird articulation, mainly with the feet, but that can be looked past with the gimmick. And maybe like with the coattails getting in the coattails and the sides guys getting in the way as well. Like, I still really like this figure, so do I recommend him? I'm gonna say yes, because I just think that this is a really unique figure, and I freaking love it. Plus, with that upcoming Starseekers capture line, I think this guy would be really necessary to get for that. But, of course, if you're just casually collecting Legacy, I still recommend this, because this is still really fun. I mean, who would expect Thundertron to get a new toy in 2024? I mean, seriously. At least with the obscure G1 characters, like, I mean, like, most of them have been done already, but with obscure Prime characters, like, come on. And that's why I love Legacy. They're just bringing out characters from, like, the most obscure best of Transformers, like, the books from the Align series. So, but well, this has been my review on Legacy United Thundertron. And this is Charlie Young signing off.